So it's getting that time of year. Let's do what's in my bag for 2022. Welcome back to McGolf Shop. This is McGolf Channel where we talk about golf club repairs, golf club fittings, golf club reviews, all so your scores can go low. If you would, like, subscribe, hit all those icons down at the bottom, and that way more of this channel gets out to everybody else so we can share this information. What's in my drawer? No, that's what's in my drawers is a live stream that we do on Mondays and at 5:30 Eastern Time and 17:30 for the European, in order to talk about the very same topics. It's live, it's unfiltered, and it's a lot of fun. Join us on YouTube, Facebook, and I think we'll have a lot of fun with it. All right, what's in my bag? So I like doing what's in my bag at the end of the year so we can say, I can tell you what I've grown through. I hate having the end of it and you go, well, I changed this and well, that wasn't what's in my bag. So we're going to go with this at what's in my bag. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way to the top. Now I've got it kind of sitting right here. I guess I could put it a little bit lower if we wanted, and we very well may here in just a little bit. But let's talk about the bag. All right, the bag has been with me for several years. It's the Sun Mountain C130 with the flag. All right, this thing has been through literally the war. It's been in and out of several vehicles, several airports, in travel bags. It has seen the East Coast. It has seen, it's seen Gulf shores. It's seen, this thing's been across the ocean. And it has been super duper tough. I mean, several years. And the only thing that we're seeing now is a little bit of fraying on the ends, and that's from just the hard surface of the truck. And we're start seeing some discoloration from the UV. To be expected. So we're kind of see what Sun Mountain's going to offer in 2023 and see if we can't reclaim a nicer looking flag. All right, stuff that goes in the bag for me. Now, just some really straightforward stuff. Skin cancer, right? Get some sunscreen. I have fallen victim to skin cancer 3 times now, and so far so good after that. It hasn't been the bad skin cancer, but you have to put this stuff on you in order to get around it. All right, golf balls. Golf balls, my favorite for the last couple of years, and they keep improving on them, are the Callaway Chrome Soft XLS. Okay, I chop wood, all right? I make a lot of spin on a ball. Anything that can give me a little less spin, I'm there. The LS ball got a little bit of improvement this year, and it showed up. Now, in comparison to the other balls, the LS ball is a little more firmer than, say, the Chrome Soft, which is their flagship model. And I do hit some of the Chrome Soft, and there is a noticeable difference in feel, and there's a noticeable difference in performance. I tend to hit a little higher, hence a little bit shorter, but it still goes. All right, but I like the LS ball better. All right, the last bit of this, and then we'll get on to the actual clubs of what was in there, is that I like the Zero Friction tee. The Zero Friction tee with these little tripod that's on there has been one of my favorites. I had a replacement of a different model, and this one is a much smaller, compact version. I bought one container of these things, one little small package you can buy anywhere from Zero Friction, and I've had them for almost 2 years now. I'm still working on them, and yes, they do break, but not very frequently. So I like that. They're very durable. They come in a multitude of colors. I just happen to like what that one does. All right. I have found a multitude of change here. I'd like to show it to you. I didn't count it just as yet, but there, there it is. Maybe show it to you this way. There it is. I still can't get it to you, but needless to say, there's probably about $6 or $7 in quarters. So there it is. And last but not least, if I'm not using my divot tool that has the McGolf logo, I will use the Navy poker chip that a listener, Charles, thank you, sent me, and I do use that out and about. Okay. Well, funny. This is a funny. Range finding. I still use a rangefinder. At this particular time, I'm using the Bushnell and the Tour. I've tried replacing this twice now with a Blue Tees. All right, a Blue Tees rangefinder. I do really, really like them. Why do I say I try to replace them? I bought one, got it for Christmas, and put it on the golf cart, and the very first round I used it in Gulf Shores and forgot it, and it disappeared, and I never got it back. That was a $250, $300 error on my part. So a few months later, I finally got enough money together, enough nerve to ask Ms. McGolf, and sure enough, I bought another one. And that lasted 3 rounds before I did the exact same thing, and I went back within 5 minutes, the thing's gone. Magnets apparently are my scourge of keeping things. This does not have a magnet, and so therefore it stays with me. I am looking for another rangefinder, one that doesn't have a magnet, or I just have to be smart enough to not use the magnet and just put it back in the bag. So that'll be the hunt for the year of 2023. Alrighty, so let's start from the bottom. Alrighty. What I've been using all year long has been the Makefield putter. The Makefield center shafted putter, to be exact. All right, Makefield center shafted putter. And I've been using their, what they call their mid grip. All right, the mid grip, which is what I would call their bigger grip. I have the standard weighting in it. The standard weighting in this thing, there's 3 columns in here of which have the capability of holding 3 individual weights, anywhere from an aluminum, steel, or tungsten. If you want to know more about it, I did a review. I'll put it up over here, and we'll show some while I'm doing it. But you can go and see and link up to it if you want to talk more about it. This putter went into Bob's bag, and it hasn't left either, and he is deadly with his. I am, we'll call it, I can make some really good putts with this thing. I can also let it get away from me. Now, when does it get away from me? That's the key, right? They get away from me when the greens are extraordinarily fast. And that's just because I'm not used to putting on super duper fast greens. You know, that's just getting used to it kind of thing. Normal greens from around here, yeah, I'm good all day long. I went from a whole bunch of 2 putts to 1, or 3 putts, I mean. Whole bunch of 3 putts down to just a select few. And that's what helped me get into from the 80 to 78 on occasion, all right, on occasion. So Makefield putter, Makefield putter. All right, so from a wedge perspective, I threw these are new in the bag for the year, but they're not new for the company. I went with the Callaway Jaws Full Toe. All right, the Callaway Jaws Full Toe. And if you look, the reason why they're full toe is because they got lines all the way up into a big tall toe. Now, these are the replacements for the PM grind. I did not like the PM grind because it was too heavy. They had the big shaft in it, and everything was just super heavy about it. So in this one, they calmed it down in the head weight, and they went to a 115 spinner shaft, and I replaced my Wilson staffs with them just to see if they would work, and they did, and so they just never got back in the bag. Now, why do I like these? I like these because they have a radius. I'm not a big guy about edges. The Jaws Raw has a lot of edges, and I've hit them, and they hit just fine. I just hit these better. The other part is it has a heel and toe relief that I like, and the heel and toe relief works for here in Southern Ohio because we have a lot of undulations. There's a lot of downhills, a lot of uphills, of which these slide right through. I grab the ball, it does pretty good. Now, I did a test of these with a Z&E shaft, and we'll put that up here, and it got to hit it, and you get to see how those performed in that way. In this particular realm, I'm carrying a 56-12 and a 60-10, all right? Bounce is your friend. I'll take that. Mr. Cleveland was talking about that. Bounce is your friend. I am a complete believer. I've had some shots with these that I don't think I could have pulled off with anybody else. So Callaway full toe with the DG spinners. All right, I did make a switch. I did make a switch for the year in irons. I had the Mizuno Tours, of which they're a very super nice SEL club. However, they were, just as they would say, they are not very forgiving. You have to be a very precise ball striker, of which I am not. I am, I'll say, an average ball striker. But I don't like I like a thinner sole because I chop wood. And you would think, oh, you like the lighter one. Well, or the wider soles. Wider soles don't work for me. And I've tested them all, trying it out. And I've come to the conclusion that the normal size soles are where I live. So what did we do? We went with the Callaway Rogue Pro. All right, the Callaway Rogue Pro. And I did a review on them up here. Okay, the Callaway Rogue Pro. What got my attention initially on this was not the head itself, but the shaft. All right, they introduced the original tour, or the rifle tour flighted. I am a tremendous rifle guy, and I don't mean the Project X, the regular rifle. I was one of the advanced rifle guys in the state. We made them custom, the whole 9 yards. They fit the way I swing. All right, they fit the way I swing. The other part of this was that it came in a 105. That was different. The 105 shaft is where I live, between 95 and 105 for a shaft. I'm not an aggressive swinger. I like that. I was playing the Nippon Modus 105s, another outstanding shaft. It was in that one. I could have easily switched and been just as happy. But when I saw these, it was kind of an old home moment, okay, an old home moment. And I tested them, and they actually worked very, very well in a combo. So that's what we went with. The Rogue Pro sports a lot of technology. It is a blade-looking club, but it is nowhere close. It is a very forgiving club in that there's a lot of weight. There's a lot of weight on the bottom, and there's an AI face, and each face is designed individually by AI. It's more of a hollow body iron with a little bit of offset on it, and all the things that go into this club make it very forgiving. It gets the ball out into distances that I like to see. I'm not there to outdrive everybody with every single iron. I'm just looking for this club to go this long, this club to go this long, this club to go this long. And that's what these did, square out of the box, okay? Square out of the box. So I went with a 6 through an A wedge. All right, they go 3 through an A wedge, but I went with a 6. Could I carry a 5? Yes, but in all my testing, the 5 I hit like 3 yards further than my 6, and normally I'm not getting any trouble with that. So I got rid of it to just make room in my bag, just in case I wanted to carry another wedge or another hybrid or something of that nature. Now, what I found also in this, and I converted all my clubs to it, was the grip. The grip is what they call a V grip, or a Z grip, sorry. They call it a Z grip, and basically it's the Z grip without the cord. It is the Golf Pride Z grip without the cord. And this thing has an excellent texture. It has just a skosh of give on it. I mean, I just really, really like it. I think it's tons better than the Tour Velvet. I'm just hoping that Golf Pride actually comes out with this and not in the multicolored version of it, and it works out very, very well. So in these guys, did I think I improved? Yeah, I do. I think I improved. There was days that I was just, just like any other day, you can stripe them one day and just miss them the next. But what I saw that I did differently here that I did with the Mizunos is that even on a mishit, I kept the ball in front of me. All right, I kept the ball in front of me. And that helps you lower your scores. All right, so that was the new change. Now, will I leave these and go to another one? Quite possibly. I have to see what's being available out there right now. I don't see a big change in the Wilson lineup, although I do like the D9 Fords. I like the CB even better, but again, it's a little players like. Srixon's coming out with a new, very cleaner version in the ZX lines. Mizuno's new lineup is already out. The 223, once I strengthen it, will be very, very nice. There's some other ones that are coming out, and we'll see what those are all about before we make our decision. And I'm waiting to see whether or not we see a change in that. If I don't see anything, then this isn't going to hurt my feelings to keep it in the bag. All right. This is a club, and I have 3 of them, that I had to really kind of, when I did the testing, which I put up here, I really, really liked, then I didn't really, really like it, and then I ended up really liking it. And that is the Epic Super Hybrid. All right, the Epic Super Hybrid. The Epic Super Hybrid is basically, for lack of a better term, it's a mini hybrid, or a mini driver. And the mini driver, if you look, see those slots right there near the face? That's the jailbreak technology, which we called them ninja blades. And then you have the weight on the bottom, and that's purely for swing weighting. It had the cup face technology, and what it had was, it was a slightly taller face, and it's adjustable. So if I wanted to eke out another degree and make them stronger, because they don't offer a 2 in these, I want to make them stronger, I could do that if I wanted to. Now I have a 3, a 4, and a 5 in these. Normally I wouldn't prescribe that for a person when I'm doing my fittings. However, that's all I carry. I don't carry any fairway woods. Now again, these have the steel fiber 95s in them. These have the steel fiber 75s in them. This is the first time I've actually used the steel fiber product. And I was very, very unsure of it at first. However, once I understood what I had to do, these are not clubs that you can be aggressive with, at least in my opinion. When I come back and I go through and I am just smooth with it, these things are absolute clubs. I mean, they just clobber the ball. In fact, my 3 for me, and what I take on is doing my distances, is a 230, 240 club off the deck. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with these, and I go in just 12 to 15 yard increments down, so it fits when it gets into gets down into the irons. It just works out really, really good. They've been really, really nice. I've had them for 2 years now, and I don't see anything knocking these things out of the bag. Again, we'll see what's offered, but it's one of those things when you get comfortable with it. I'm a particular about hybrids, so I see these staying in the bag for a little bit longer. In fact, these replaced the other Epic hybrids that I had for 4 or 5 years before that. All right. Before we get to the big dog, the last bit of it is, in keeping your clubs clean, is the towel. All right, there are several different kinds of towels out there. And what I have found is, you get towels with clips that you can hang on the towel ring. You have the clips, or the rings that you can snap on there. And every one of those gets in my way. And so we found this one, and it just basically goes on a club. And this is a club glove towel. Now the other positive to this is the fact that it's very aggressive. Okay, these are the towels that you see the guys on tour when they throw them over the shoulder. That's what these are. Okay, and it's because you don't need a brush. You use these, and they clean up the club and the ball and everything else very, very well. So this is a club glove towel. I recommend those highly. And they come in a variety of colors, so if you want to make it go with a school color of some variety, they have those. They even have camo, they have pink, and they have a lot of different colors in between. We carry them here, and we have our logos on them, so yeah, it does how much we like them. All right, the driver. The driver, this is the Callaway Rogue ST Max LS. Again, low spin, all right? I told you I'm all about low spin. and I reviewed them as well. All right, so the Callaway Rogue line has 4 driver models in it. It has the Max D, the Max LS, and also the Max Triple Diamond. All right, each one is specific, has a specific golfer in mind. The faces are different. There's tons of technology in them. The face, the weighting, where the weight's being placed, the jailbreak technology, that's new across. They call it the jailbreak frame now instead of just jailbreak. And it's adjustable, and it's been in a lot of bags of a lot of good golfers. And surprisingly enough, not so much as the Triple Diamond, you would think every one of those single-digit guys would be playing that. Actually, the LS model finds its way into a lot of the bags. So again, if you're going to do any of these, get fit. However, so what have I put on this? This was this was kind of neat. I put a graphite design XC6 and S Flex in this. All right, a graphite design shaft. We took on graphite design basically this year, and it's been a real winner. Graphite design makes an excellent golf shaft, okay, an excellent one. And what I wanted to do is I basically hit them in the air, spin them too much, and the rep, my rep, he says, "Hey Jim, I got something for you." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And Alvin says, we'll send you this and you can test it. And I did, and it did exactly what they said it was supposed to do. It kept the ball down, it kept the spin down, and allowed me to hit some pretty decent shots. Now, when I test in here, I don't hit it as far as I do when I'm outside. I'm just one of those guys. However, this thing has been a real winner for me this year. I have pummeled I've just gone around and hit some very, 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 very good drives. Can you hit some bad ones with them? Well, sure, that's true with any driver, right? The idea is to minimize that, and I truly believe this helped me do that. Now, the LS is that way. It's a forgiving, low-spinning driver, and that's what we're doing with it. And couple that with the graphite design, we're in really good shape. Now, in this one, I think I just got lazy, and I just keep a Golf Pride MCC 4 Plus with the alignment line on the back. And I think that really and I really wanted to keep the club head square when I held on to it, and that little alignment on the back helped. All right, so we have all the head covers that come with them. I didn't do anything fancy with that, although I think that would be cool going forward, but that's what we do. So 2022, we had a bit of a change. We changed some wedges, we certainly changed the putter, and we changed some irons. The driver was going to switch. I had the Maverick before that. I didn't think I was going to be able to knock it out of the bag, but it worked pretty good. Again, if for you guys that bought Mavericks and you see these Rogues and you're like, "Oh my goodness, should I spend all that money to do it?" Before you do that, go get fit and make sure you're making a good purchase, right? Make sure you're doing that kind of stuff. That way, proof's in the pudding. And that's what I would say about all these, whether it be putters, wedges, irons, hybrids, drivers. Test them out, get fit, make sure you got the right equipment in there so these things perform for you the way that they're supposed to. And that way you can enjoy the entire year, right? The entire year. And that's what we're going to do. So, are we going to have some changes for 2023? I'm almost certain that's going to happen. It may be even the whole bag, meaning the bag. And will we see anything else? We'll do some testing, and that's what we're going to do next year. Will it beat what's currently in my bag to knock it out? And then we'll go through, that will be part of the testing in 2023. So if you got any questions about any of these items or about fitting, put them in the show notes below and we'll answer them as best we can. If you want to have a live report or a live answer right away, come on the live streams on Mondays at 17:30, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time and ask. We go through tons and tons of questions from across the world, all right, from across the world. And it's a very nice time. So again, put your questions in the show notes, and as always, let's see your scores. Go low.